Today, we're digging into a song that's really more of a manifesto than a piece of music. I'm talking, of course, about Bob Dylan's incredible, electrifying anthem of rebellion, Maggie's Farm. This right here, this is everything. It's the first line, it's the last line, it's the absolute core of the whole song. And it's not a plea, it's not a complaint. Nope. It's a final verdict. It's the last word from someone who has been pushed way too far. The rest of the song? Well, that's just Dylan laying out all the evidence for the prosecution.
So how did a song about a farm become this huge global anthem? Well, we're going to break it down into 4 parts. We'll start with that powerful declaration of defiance. Then we're going to meet the family that's getting served their notice. After that, we'll get to the real reason for leaving. And finally, we'll look at the massive echo this song has left on the world.
Okay, first up, a declaration of defiance. The thing you gotta get right from the jump is that Dylan isn't asking for permission. He's not trying to negotiate. He's kicking the door in and announcing that the game is over. I mean, think about it, right? Most songwriters, they build up to a climax like this. But Dylan, he just starts there. He hammers home that line, "I ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more," before we even have a clue who Maggie is. So this isn't a story building to a decision, it's the aftermath. The verdict is already in, and now he's just going to tell you why.
And that brings us to the prosecution's case. The narrator lays out 3 key exhibits, 3 family members, and each one represents a totally unique and, soul-crushing kind of oppression. Let's call the first witness. So, Exhibit A is Maggie's brother, and he stands for something really sneaky. It's that petty, manipulative kind of control. This isn't some big, obvious bad guy. No, this is the kind of power that smiles to your face while setting a trap, you know? The kind that makes you think it's all your fault when things go wrong. And this verse just perfectly nails that illusion of freedom. See, he gives you a little cash, just enough to make you feel like you have some say, and he even asks if you're having a good time. But it's a total setup. It's financial exploitation pretending to be concern. I mean, you get fined for just slamming a door. The whole game is rigged from the start. Okay, so if the brother is the velvet glove, well, Maggie's paw is the iron fist. This is Exhibit B, just raw, unaccountable brute force. Forget manipulation. This is all about intimidation, plain and simple. This lyric captures his power perfectly. First, there's the casual cruelty. He puts a cigar out in your face just for kicks. Why? Because he can. And the reason he can is because he's protected. The National Guard at his door tells you his power isn't just personal, it's baked right into the system. And for our final exhibit, we've got Maggie's ma. And you know what? She might just be the most dangerous one of them all, because she represents the ideas, the justification that makes all the other abuse seem perfectly acceptable. She's the one who normalizes it. She gives them intellectual cover for all their cruelty. While our narrator is breaking his back, she's inside talking about man and God and law, wrapping the ugly exploitation in this cloak of righteousness. And when they say she's the brains behind Pa, it shows you that an ideology can be a weapon just as powerful as a fist. So to recap the charges, you've got financial exploitation from the brother, brute force from the father, and hypocritical ideology from the mother. It is a perfect storm of oppression. But is this song really just about one terrible family? Or are they symbols for something much, much bigger? And this is where the song completely pivots, from a personal complaint to a universal statement. We're about to find out the real motivation here. And trust me, it goes way beyond family drama. It would be really easy to just write this off as a song about a bad job, but Dylan is playing a much bigger game. He saves the most crucial piece of evidence for the very last verse, and it reveals that the real reason for leaving has nothing to do with the farm itself. And there it is. That's the line that blows the whole song wide open. It's not about a farm. It's about the soul-crushing pressure to conform. The brother, the pa, the ma, they're all just stand-ins for any force in your life that demands you betray who you really are. The ultimate crime of Maggie's Farm is its war on individuality. And this is what takes the song from a personal story and makes it a timeless anthem. Maggie's Farm is any job, any system, any ideology that demands you sacrifice your authentic self. The narrator isn't just quitting a job, they are staging a rebellion for the soul. So if this song really is a universal anthem, what's the evidence? Well, the proof isn't just in the feeling, it's in the actual data. Let's quantify the legacy of this rebellion.
From its explosive debut in 1965, this song has been a constant in Dylan's work. It's on greatest hits albums, it's on landmark live records like Hard Rain, and on special releases that stretch across nearly 60 years. This isn't just a fan favorite, it's a mission statement.
1,051. That's how many times Bob Dylan performed this song live. Over 1,000 times he has stood on a stage and delivered this exact same Declaration of Independence. That's more than a performance. That's a ritual. For 44 years, this song was a live staple. It began with that legendary and pretty controversial electric debut at the 1965 Newport Folk Festival, which was its own act of rebellion. And it continued all the way to 2009. For decades, this was the sound of defiance. So what's the ultimate takeaway here? The song gives us a blueprint for spotting oppression in all its forms, but it all comes back to one essential question.
And that's the question the song leaves us with. And it's just as relevant today as it was in 1965. It forces us to ask, where is our Maggie's farm? What force in our lives is demanding conformity over individuality? And what are we going to do about it?